Good day everyone, this is the Cadet Opponent Joshua, and today I'm going to present my individual midterm project through these guide questions given. So here are the guide questions flashed in your screens. So for our first question, if the variation and deviation are given, how do we determine compass error? If the variation and deviation have the same unit, we may simply add them to get the compass error. We should subtract it on the other hand if they have different units and call it after the largest value. So let's have our one example. So we have the variation of 5 degrees east and the deviation of 3 degrees east. So since they have the same unit of direction, we're going to add both values. That's why we have the final answer of compass error is equals to 8 degrees east. Question number 2. If the compass error and variation are given, how do we determine the deviation? So depending on the situation given, we'll just simply apply subtraction or addition to the variation from the compass error to obtain the deviation. So to get the result, we must first reverse the name of the variation. If they have the same name, simply add the sign and copy it. If the values are different, subtract and name it after the higher value. So we have our example here. We have the compass error of 5 degrees east and the variation of 2 degrees east. So since we have to reverse the unit of direction for variation, we're going to regard this as 2 degrees west. That's why we have the final answer of 3 degrees east. Question number 3. If the true bearing and compass bearing are given, how do we determine compass error? So to simplify the compass error for a given true bearing and compass bearing, we should only subtract the two values. We should also keep in mind that if the compass is the least, the error is east, and if the compass is the best, the error is west. So we have our example here. We have the true bearing of 180 degrees true and a compass bearing of 170 degrees. So we should subtract the compass bearing from the true bearing. That's why we have the final answer of compass error is equals to 10 degrees east. The result is in east because of the rule that applies that if compass is less than the true bearing, then the error is east. Question number 4. If the compass course, deviation, and variation are given, how do we determine the true course? So to get the true course with this following values given, we need to use the correcting method, the CDMVT, or also known as Can Dead Man Vote Twice. We have our example below. We have the compass course of 0.77 degrees, deviation of 5 degrees west, variation of 3 degrees east, and we are going to look for our true course. So we should put the following values in the format. So we should also keep in mind that there are rules in applying this format. So if the direction is east, we should add it, and if the direction is west, we should subtract it. So we're going to subtract our 5 degrees deviation from the compass since it's west. That's why we have the magnetic course of 0.72 degrees. Since also we have the variation as our east, we should add this value to our magnetic course. That's why we have the final answer of true course is equals to 0.75 degrees true. For question number 5, if the true course, variation, and deviation are given, how do we determine the compass course? So to get the true course with these following values given, we need to use the uncorrecting method, the TVMDC, or also known as the True Virgo Mixed Law Company. So we have our example below. Our true course is equals to 0.65 degrees true, our deviation is equals to 5 degrees west, our variation is equals to 3 degrees east. We should keep in mind that there are rules in applying this format. East implies for subtraction and west implies for addition. So we should input this following values to the format. Let's have the true course of 0.65 degrees true minus by our variation 3 degrees east because of its direction. We have then the answer of 0.62 degrees as the magnetic course. Since we have our division as west, we're going to add it from our magnetic course. That's why our final answer for the compass course is 0.67 degrees. And finally, for our question number 6, explain how to update variation in a compass rose. So we're going to use this example that is also given during the class. So we have the magnetic variation of 0.4 degrees, 15 minutes west. in 2009, increasing about 8 minutes annually. So in 2022, the variation will have increased by 8 minutes east each year for 13 years, a total of 104 minutes or 1 degrees and 44 minutes east. We should subtract this to the initial magnetic variation of 04 degrees 15 minutes west because it does not have the same direction. Then we find that the variation for 2022 is 2 degrees and 31 minutes west. So we have our solution below for your guidance. So the final answer is that the updated variation for 2022 would be 2 degrees and 31 minutes west. That would be all for my presentation and demonstration for today. I hope you have learned something. Thank you.